Pogba is world class, just not inconsistent, and that is facts.
Mavia Kale hainuki.
No one has ever doubted.
Yeah.
No one has ever doubted his
Yo,
ability.
people always tell me these Swahili mithalis because I have a Swahili kind of accent when I speak Swa.
No,
they just assume that I understand everything. Bro, I have nothing. The only thing I know is Araka Araka ina Baraka. That's the only shit I know. It's the only mithali I know, bro. Anything else, Nguoya, Ngamia, Sijui, I don't know what the fuck you guys want about. Like, Ainanga Rangi, what the fuck are you guys saying, man?
Acha kuangalia leso za mamafua wewe.
I literally have no idea what you're saying when they're telling me about Swahili mithalis.
I was just saying.
What does ati Mavianin?
Mavia Kale hainuki.
Ya Kale. What's Kale?
Kitambo.
Oh, Mavia Zamani.
Hainuki.
Hainuki.
So
we are judging Pogba by his last game.
So Pogba is Mavia.
Yeah, that's what I'm taking from this. Are you saying Pogba's shit?
No. Saddam, I've never lost a trivia here.
You've been here, right? Whatever.
Iskiobze.
1. So you've won once.
3. All 3.
No.
He was paired up with me twice. Zote. He was paired up with Naim. Wakasema Davu Suka. Remember that?
You never won, huh? Both times you came as home.
Bro, I really don't understand why we do this. Why don't we just check the YouTube records? We should have stats. We should have graphics somewhere there, trivia stats.
But how comes Mina Kiere tumekuwa unbeaten for the last?
That's literally because I wasn't around and he wasn't around.
Wajua. Anyway, wacha tu.
You're literally here on YouTube so that you say.
I'm even wondering.
You
want to give defending champ? Sorry.
Hey, big man.
Sorry.
Move the whole table, G.
Ni wacha tu.
Heaviness.
No, you're nervous because you're lying to us.
I'm not lying, bro. You just check the record.
There's no way you won 3 times here with Zoom.
Won twice with Zuhum, won once with Naim.
You always stand a chance with
you won with Naim because I was with Eric. For fuck's sakes.
You weren't with Eric.
That's a tap-in.
You got Eric?
I was with Eric. That day we were facing this way. Remember?
You were facing this way. That's how you remember it.
Yeah, because the
Explain the other two. Explain the other two. Fine, ulikuwa na handicap ya partner.
Yeah,
explain the other
that's
two.
Enough.
Explain the other two.
The other two we were facing.
So ulikuwa na carry.
No, we were facing this way.
And you still lost.
No, you've never won with Zoom when I'm facing this way. You know that?
Are we sincerely?
It's about the wind direction. That's what he's saying.
First half, second half.
That's more badilisha.
Kupana na
kuteremka. Wait, if Stoke City played all their games facing one side, they'd have won all the games. Remember how windy it is in Stoke.
Oh my god.
That's what I'm saying. You have to change it up. But the point is, you lost.
That's not the point.
Yes, that's the point.
That cannot be the point.
Okay. It is the point.
Can't be your point, but it's our point.
Yes.
And we had a lot more points that day as well. Yeah, so
they got like 5 or 6, right?
I can't remember.
Out of 13.
I remember
all I know
ours.
is he has never won without you.
11.
Story meshi hapo.
What?
He has never won without you.
That might be facts. Still doesn't negate
That means
the fact that I won.
You know what? Ni wewe.
Mimi ndio nashinda.
Ni wewe.
But see, I always told you guys.
I'll give you the credit.
Yeah, this guy Hatari, man. Kabisa.
Wala ni waweru. Wewe ni joker.
I'm a joker.
You're a joker.
I'm the joker.
Anava kuwa na Eric.
This guy called Miaichi Achinku.
Oh my god. What?
Yeah.
Nani?
Wewe. Miaichi. Exactly. That's my point.
The Arsenal.
That's my point. You can't say the Arsenal guy. Ulimuita Chiku.
Wewe ulimuita nini?
I don't remember.
You
what
said
did you call him?
Yuki Tsunoda.
Mimi.
You said I'll put the video. Okay, you don't know.
Video
you don't know who Yuki Tsunoda is.
No, I have no idea.
He's a Formula 1 driver.
Mimi.
How? Completely out of the
Mimi kasema hivyo.
I swear. You know what?
Tafuta.
Kama kuna kitu niko na energy yao ni to find that video.
You see,
I don't care
as long as it suits his agenda.
I don't care about getting the wins. I have to find it.
Hata Formula 1 haiko imeanza bro. Wewe najua huko unamjua.
Is this Kitsunoda guy a good
Yuki
no Tsunoda. What the hell is he called?
Yuki Tsunoda.
Yuki Tsunoda. Is he good?
Ulikuwa na Naim.
Nikasema Yuki Tsunoda.
Is that Yuki Tsunoda? Oh.
Why do I think we'll win? We'll lose.
That's why we find that.
It was one of the last ones, right?
Karibu niseme.
Lakini if you say
Either
karibu
way-
niseme,
No,
you said it.
the
No, I didn't
context,
say-
context. Sikupeana hiyo kama answer.
Yuki Tsunoda.
Karibu niseme.
How would you say you can what?
Afadhali chinku, right?
Ah, nah. I'm gonna go with that, bro. How's your Monday been?
Today.
Hmm?
Today is Monday. Fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Umeanziaje?
I came to the gym here. My gym is
That's
closed.
how you know this guy's a shit United fan. The only way you start any answer about how you started your Monday and you guys are top of the table is mkiwa juu.
Hajazoea.
Hajazoea bado. AC Milan.
What?
Yeah.
It's been many years of pain. But karibu ndugu.
Yeah. You're welcome.
I'm welcome.
You know how I started my Monday?
At the bottom of the table.
Even worse. Jacques is extending his contract.
But yeah.
2025.
See, that's why you...
2025.
But was another reason why you were protesting.
What do you mean?
So you were rewarded by that.
Fair, yeah.
Mama?
I guess.
Yeah.
It's frustrating, man.
Umesh Xhaka is a world-class player.
Captain.
In my eyes.
And
in
but,
my
but,
book.
but not Pogba.
What?
But not Pogba.
What?
Yeah, listen to this.
Listen to what?
In whose eyes?
Pogba.
Pogba is world-class. Just not inconsistent. Just inconsistent. And that is facts.
Maviakale hainuki.
No one has ever doubted.
Yeah.
No one has ever doubted his
Yo,
ability.
people always tell me these Swahili mithalis because I have a Swahili kind of accent when I speak Swa.
No,
They just assume that I understand everything. Bro, I have nothing. The only thing I know is Araka Araka ina Baraka. That's the only shit I know. It's the only mithali I know, bro. Anything else, nguo ya ngamia, sijui nini, I don't know what the fuck you guys want about, man. Like, ainanga rangi, what the fuck are you guys saying, man?
Acha kuangalia leso za mama fua wewe.
I literally have no idea what you're saying when they're telling me about Swahili
No,
mithalis.
I was just saying.
What does atimavia nini?
Maviakale hainuki.
Ya kale. What's kale?
Kitambo.
Oh, Mave Zamani.
Hainuki.
Hainuki.
So
we
what's the
are
context
judging
here? How does
Pogba
this
by his
apply?
last game.
So Pogba is Mavi.
Yeah, that's what I'm taking from this. Are you
No.
saying Pogba's shit?
No. If you look at it from that context, Manure is useful, right?
Manu or Man Utd?
you where? Tutakupatia sabbatical tena, bro. Ni nini
He's so
wewe?
used to saying manure as jokes, as bands. So
Okay.
No. Pogba is
That's
world
why-
class. As in, I think shida yake ni kichwa. As in, ikimuingia like...
yeah, but see, that's where the
Akiongeleshwa vibaya,
inconsistency comes from. Kichwa.
Yeah, that's
Ama
what
ya-
I'm saying.
yatoka wapi?
You see, form for some players dip. Yeah? For him, I don't think his form ever dips. It's his head.
No,
He's too emotional
His
a
head
player, I
dips.
guess.
I don't think so. I think it's just he's inconsistent. That can be your flaw. That's it.
Yeah, that
Tufanye tu hivyo,
is.
A characteristic flaw.
Because he's
Yeah.
hardly ever inconsistent for France.
What do you mean?
But then when you play for France,
yeah,
you're
he
playing
has
for
been
like 3
inconsistent from
games.
some teams.
When you're playing for France, you're playing 3 games.
3 games in 3 months.
Yeah.
So how you can't even tell the
That's what I'm
inconsistency.
Yeah,
saying.
it's not necessarily the best measure. When you're looking at a 38 game season, that's much more like it.
So for club,
I mean, think about it.
For
Think about it. We all know he has an amazing touch. He's probably the most technically gifted midfielder right now in the world, right? I can't think of anybody better.
He has good company.
Technically gifted. I'm not talking about the eye for the pass or the shot. Technically gifted. He can do a number of things.
If
Yeah.
Grealish is
Right?
playing in the middle.
Still, bro. What does that guy do except win fouls? Seriously. I saw that tweet of yours.
Oh man.
What did they pay? What did they pay? They paid 100
are you
million
suing?
for what?
Are you suing?
Bro, that was painful.
Was it really? They got it from you.
£1 sterling, bro.
Nimandika everything word for word.
Ah.
30 minutes later, they just tweeted this exact same thing. They just put pounds, like signed pounds, and they said Man City. I said City, they said Man City.
You're whack.
No, it's,
God damn
it's,
it.
You
No,
allowed them.
Listen, I nimekubali.
it's troll football, though.
Yeah, if they can steal my tweets,
Yeah.
nimekubali.
That's
You,
not a bad
you
thing.
should be honored.
You need to have something worth stealing.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
true.
So it is what it is.
So these man like Grealish, what does he do apart from win fouls? I mean, honestly.
No, that's a joke, but he's world class. You can't tell me anything.
He's
World
world class.
class.
He's world
Nah,
class.
bro, you cannot say Jack
World class.
Grealish is world class, but then you go like you put a caveat on Paul Pogba.
He's at the door.
I didn't
He's
say
not
Paul
world
Pogba.
class?
Wait. Pogba is world class.
But inconsistent.
End of story. No.
No, he's inconsistent. No, you're adding things. You can be world class and inconsistent. His ability is world class. His consistency is average. That's it.
Now consistency comes in as a pair with world class attributes.
Tukienda, which other player? Sterling?
Let's put it this way.
Sterling is world
Sterling
class.
is consistent, but
He's-
consistently shit.
Yeah, but thank you. You took the words right out of my
So,
mouth.
so if Sterling apatie Pogba is consistency,
Let-
would have been a better.
Let me put it this way. If Pogba were consistent, he'd be generational talent. Right now, he's just world class.
He would have won Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
If-
That's how
Mbona
technically
mnaenda
gifted he
mbali?
is.
I just want him to win player of the season at the Premier League.
Exactly.
Si ashinde hiyo kitu kwanza.
Yeah.
How many campaigns za Souness
Hata
ndio
player of the
zina-
month, maze.
Okay.
He doesn't even have a player of the month?
I doubt. I don't think
Yeah,
so.
I doubt it.
But see also, those player of the season and Ballon d'Ors, you have to win titles.
Yes.
And apart from being inconsistent, he's in the wrong team.
Under the wrong coach.
No.
Under the wrong coach.
No.
Under the wrong board.
No.
We can't. There's no doubt about that.
Sahi.
Angeko Man City
I
while
think-
winning Premier League titles,
Yeah, do you
he
think so?
would have.
Wachana na City. Bana.
But that's what I'm saying. If he was winning titles, he would be given those titles you're talking about, the individual.
And you can't
If
say
last-
you can't
if-
say
if
Europa
last season,
League.
if
You can't
last
say Europa
season,
League.
if last season, say United won the Premier League, would you have given it to Pogba?
No, he had 3
If
goals and 3
United-
assists.
Exactly. You'd have given it to Bruno. So last season he wasn't our player of the season, was he?
because he was inconsistent.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
In spite of no trophies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if he's consistent this season, right? Give me a Saturday. Bruno was man of the match.
But
Do
who
you-
stole
do
the
you-
show?
Would you have agreed?
No.
I think they had a both
Neither
10
do
out
I.
of 10 performance.
Both of them.
Yes.
Probably.
But because we
probably
value
because Pogba missed the one chance he got. That's why he didn't get that.
not because we value goals more than assists.
Yeah,
That's it.
And that's how it should be.
Yeah.
Simple as it. That's how it should be. But Pogba dictated everything.
Pogba had more contributions than Bruno.
No, Bruno.
He's got
The
3 goals.
biggest contribution is goals, right? And
no.
yeah, the biggest contribution is always goals. I know he contributed
Without
to 4 goals.
without Pogba's contributions, we could say there would be no goals, right? If no one was there to thread that pass.
Not necessarily.
Your argument is, I think that's just
No, I don't. I don't
Why?
think
it's
that
too
makes sense.
hypothetical because
Yeah,
anyone like if he
Anyone.
assisted if Pogba assisted Greenwood and someone else assisted to Bruno, and then they both had, if Pogba didn't assist Bruno at all, so but Pogba still got the assists, we would still consider Bruno simply because of the
goals.
value of goal.
Yes.
Goal is more valuable than assist. That's it.
Which I'm not arguing against, but I'm saying with regard to contributions during the match.
Yeah, he had. You can say he had more.
Yeah, he had more.
definitely. That's why I said
Let's
he
put it this way.
dictated.
If
That's why I
someone-
said
if
he
someone
dictated.
else were
it.
as technically gifted as Bruno with regard to finishing, right? If those chances fell to Greenwood, Greenwood would have had 4 goals, right?
And then
He's arguably a better finisher than Bruno. Than
Yeah, but
anyone
I
on
don't
the
get your
field.
point.
That if Bruno were not, if the pass had gone to Greenwood in Bruno's position, it would still have been a goal, and a second, and a third, and a fourth.
I mean, we're talking in ifs and buts now.
that's what we're
but-
talking about.
No,
I'm just saying.
Pogba.
Pogba had to be there to thread those passes, right?
Yes, I agree.
Who
And
else on that pitch would have threaded those passes?
Nobody else.
Who else would have finished as good as Bruno? I can pick one person. Greenwood.
Probably Greenwood. Yeah.
Yes, that's my point. That
heading where you're pointing in that.
my point is, no one else would have done what Pogba did, but someone else would have done what Bruno did. Yes.
Speaking to the mic.
Oh,
Yeah.
my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly that. That Pogba would likely have been.
And that's why I'm
irreplaceable
just
in
trying
that
to
team
simplify it.
on the day.
That's why I'm trying to simplify it.
Yeah.
Despite this guy getting man of the match, Pogba dictated play. Can we just? Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Lindelof's assist.
Do
My
you think?
God.
Wait, let me ask you. Do you think if Greenwood had had the hat trick, do you think they'd have given him player of the match?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
would.
You think?
Yeah, it's obvious.
Okay.
Kwanzaa is English.
I don't
Of course,
think
they're
so.
gonna give it over
because
Pogba.
how they I think they rate
yeah.
goals more than assists.
and
Assists.
and
Yeah,
English players
yeah,
more
yeah.
than non-English
English.
players, especially French.
Yeah.
Especially the
Actually,
French.
no,
that's true.
Lindelof's assist. Assisted Lindelof.
Yeah, Varane could never.
Nani?
Ama.
No. Do you think?
Hey,
do you
to
think
Bruno. Whoa.
do you think Varane being introduced on the pitch, ili tingiza Lindelof kidogo?
I think so. It's kama Rashford too. Don't know when Rashford
Or
atachamanga.
I even think for that same concept, this could be a big season from Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
but who's competing with him?
Attacking wise, Diogo Dalot.
Oh, Okay.
It's not. You see, first of all, Diogo Dalot is young, right? And he offers a lot of attacking contribution more than his defensive. Whereas Wan-Bissaka is skewed the other way, right?
Yeah.
But last season, was there anybody to really push Wan-Bissaka for his position?
Last season, no.
Nobody, right?
Nobody.
Pretty much
There
non-existent.
was little, no,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this season, just the fact that they can have another right back putting in performances when they're playing in, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, these tournaments, when you guys end up in the Europa League, Pia,
Look at this.
you know what I mean? It's gonna push Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Are we letting that slander pass by?
Well, yeah, we have to.
No, what?
But yeah,
It is what it is. It happened last season. We can't rule it out this season. Kwanza mkipata my team.
Unaongea na kifua, bro.
Boss.
Your team is
PSG. Parisien.
Listen, I don't think Dalot is still good enough.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's good enough. Just his presence will push Aaron
But
Wan-Bissaka.
Dalot was there 2 years ago, 2 seasons
He
ago.
was, but he was younger. Do you know he's only 22 or 23?
Diogo.
Yeah, he's quite young, yeah. He's
Yeah.
22, 23.
Wow.
He's young.
Okay.
So, and with these young players, like, first of all, one thing that's common about them is their inconsistency. Another thing is they can glow up in the space of months, especially after he had his stint at AC Milan. He would have learned quite a bit. So I'm not saying he's good enough yet. I can't speak to that. I don't think any of you guys can speak to that just yet. But just his presence can push Aaron Wan-Bissaka to do better.
But I also believe Bissaka's main weakness is not attacking.
What is it?
His position awareness. Because those are the one that cost goals.
So like in set pieces,
yeah,
offside
like,
traps.
He will keep guys on. He will lose a man. He's good at tackling, yes. But he'll lose a man. How many goals did you guys concede last season? That
You guys.
Many.
Yeah.
I think
I wasn't supporting them then.
Oh, okay.
I think having Varane next to him will improve
Yeah.
his game in that you don't have to always know that you have to track back because you're the quicker defender. Varane is quick. Varane is lightning quick.
I was actually
So-
discussing this with Naeem, and he told me, he was like, I think just the fact that these guys had, for example, Harry Maguire had to worry about Luke Shaw's positional awareness and also Lindelof's. And then Aaron Wan-Bissaka was being exposed by Lindelof's side as well.
Yes.
So when you have two non-functioning parts in the back four, that's a struggle. But then if you have Varane, Maguire, it's like both of them are experienced enough to be able to cover for each of their fullbacks' deficiencies.
Yes.
You get?
And you don't have to cover for more than one person.
But of course-
just cover the man to your wing.
But of course, these are all just assumptions we're making right now.
I mean, it's not a bad assumption.
It's not a bad assumption. It's
because
an
it's
educated
based on the
assumption,
fact that
right?
we know that Lindelof is not quick,
Yeah.
right? He's also not the most confident defender, I'd say. Especially centre back. He's not the most confident centre back.
I agree. When it comes to the confidence thing, it's like in a moment where he needs to take the risk and take the ball or try and take the ball, he either does it weirdly and causes a penalty or just doesn't do it convincingly enough and something else happens and it leads to a goal.
Not
So
that
fair.
Varane is you can say a perfect defender. No, he's not. I would say he's a bit on the weaker side, right? But he more than makes it up in the air and with pace. Yeah.
No, he's better than Lindelof. And
He's an
Lindelof got you
improvement to-
second last season, so I think it's still an improvement.
It is an improvement.
How did you guys feel about the way you guys attacked? Because I thought the way you guys attacked, I saw this article, right? On The Athletic. Guys were like, OGS was drawing inspiration from the way Tevez, Ronaldo, and Rooney used to act in that front three, right?
The trident.
And this is literally what I was telling United fans last season. It doesn't necessarily feel like OGS is here to fix the attack. He's here to fix the defense, which I guess he did. But then when it comes to your attack, it doesn't necessarily look tactical. It looks free-flowing, like off the cuff.
Like
He
it should be?
trusts the ability of Greenwood, Rashford and these men, Martial, to link it up with a few one-touch passes with Bruno, right?
yeah.
Which is essentially what Carlos Tevez and them look like.
It doesn't look like he's a rigid, stifling, especially when it comes to attack. He doesn't want to stifle attacks, which is a good thing. You have players who are gifted. Let them play. You have the basics of how to attack. So just let guys
So
express
from the
themselves.
midfield to the back four, it's more or less set in place. But then the front three or the front four, that's why they move across each other so
Yes.
much. Martial and them. Martial looks like Ian Wright now, no? Am I the only one that sees it? Looks like his cousin or some shit.
Yeah,
Does he?
Somehow.
does, yeah.
It's just
Nowhere near the talent.
yeah, that was quite short. Though.
Huh?
Slightly taller.
It's
Yeah.
just slightly taller, yeah.
But
And
but
slender. More
overall,
slender than right.
you guys must be quite happy with that result. Not because of the amount of goals.
I'm pissed.
Should have had more.
We conceded a stupid goal.
We considered probably
Was
a
that
goal
really
of
a
the
stupid
season,
goal?
bro.
No,
Nah, it's not goal of the
he
season.
should have
What,
been
so far?
No,
Just
no.
wait.
So
wait.
far?
Yeah, so
So
far,
far.
yeah. But we can't say goal of the season.
Goal of the game week.
one.
Goal of the game week. That was
Sure,
a crazy
for sure,
goal, man.
goal of
Yeah,
the
he had a lot
weekend.
of space. You shouldn't do that. When you're playing big teams, you don't give players that much space. That was too much space, and
First
that's a
half-
weakness.
First
We
half,
can't win the league with that.
The first half.
Keep a fucking straight face.
God, it's so difficult. Shit. Anyway, listen, for real.
No, but seriously, that was a great strike. Let's take nothing away from
No,
it. That was
no.
right in the
Okay,
side
so
netting.
what makes it up is
There
the
was a lot of
reaction.
space, I
No, the
agree.
reaction afterwards immediately, scoring
Yes.
2 goals within 2-3 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
Amen to Lisa. I'm calm.
Sublime goals.
But that
you know.
space that he was given, I don't know where the fuck Fred was. I don't know where the fuck Pogba was.
Pogba.
But yeah, Pogba.
Mark
Wasn't
Fred.
Pogba out?
End of
by
story.
then?
No.
Well, he was
No, he
He was
wasn't.
there for the rest of the goals, remember?
Oh, okay, yeah, true.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was 2. Yeah, okay.
No, it happens. A lapse, a lapse in.
But
in
bro, you give
concentration
that
can
space
happen.
to Ailing, alafu when you're playing Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah, they'll just get that one goal.
Yeah, no,
Twanga kabisa. What do you mean?
yeah, that space was too much.
And what happened
And
after
let's be
that?
honest.
They got one more chance. I think
But-
like the
but-
88th minute. That's the only other chance
But
they
at
got.
the same
You remember?
time, isn't that
Yeah.
also...
when Rafinha, is his name?
Rafinha,
Rafinha, when he missed the
yeah, he should have really scored that.
yeah. But other than that, they didn't get any other chances,
But
which is good. Which is a good recovery.
it's a good
You know,
recovery, but it's
yeah.
at the same time, to Saddam's point, it's against Leeds. Leeds open up like this.
That's what they do.
That's
we
what
did,
they
we,
do.
We
They
did to
open
them
up
what
like
we
this.
did to them last season.
When, if for example, a West Ham score that goal, they shut up shop. They make sure they don't concede soon.
That's true. That's true.
Right?
That's true. That's true.
Newcastle had something to say about that yesterday, no?
No,
No, I'm just saying
as
in
obviously,
general.
most teams
Like a
will
team
try
like
equalize.
Leicester,
Yeah.
they shut up shop. Leeds
But-
want to keep going again.
And the reason why I'm also not so happy, you scored 6 last season, you scored 5 this season. That's a dick rate.
We considered 2 last season. We've considered 1.
Hey,
so what- what's-
balance.
so
It's all about balance.
So it's
We are keeping it. We are keeping
you
it
can be
honest.
happy.
We're keeping them honest.
you can be happy.
Either way, you're top of the table, so that's fun.
Yeah.
But is it really that big of an issue? Like you guys still need that
Still.
holding midfielder.
It's
For me, I don't think so. But yeah, Mandela. Are we gonna go with the flow? Oh, we need a holding midfielder. Oh, we need. That's bullshit.
I don't think you
I had
guys
a
need an
conversation. I had a
holding midfielder.
conversation with my nephew the other day. He told me as in players grow, So why not let McFred grow into the position? So,
Fred is 26 now. McSauce is 24.
It doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter. You can improve in a day. You can improve in a year. It's been what,
doesn't
2
matter.
seasons?
Progress over perfection, Ama.
Fernandinho was average when he came to City.
No, he was not.
He was.
He was not average.
Fernandinho
You
was average.
disgust me. What
I
the
swear.
hell? He was not
Fernando
average.
and
You're-
Fernandinho, they were both average.
Fernando was average. Fernandinho was never average.
Fernandinho discovered his when Pep came. That's just facts, man.
I don't like the fact that they both play. I don't like that.
McFred and
McFred. I don't
McFred,
like.
yeah.
So I don't know which one of them will step up. Likely McTominay, but
I think Fred will
You
step
think?
up. Yes, and personally, I don't see a problem with having both of them. I think most teams have 2 CDMs. We just choose not to see them. I think
Rodri, Fernandinho.
most teams want to. Yeah, Rodri Fernandinho is quite rare. But yeah, but you see,
CDM
mostly like
cleaning up. What does Fernandinho do in the team?
No, Fernandinho cleans up, but so does Gundogan.
What
Gundogan
does Rodri do in the team?
no.
Rodri doesn't even get into the team.
When Rodri plays, most of the time Fernandinho does not play unless it's it's a big game. It's a both of them, which you would
Oh,
see.
so like yesterday's lineup was the 2 of them.
Yeah, and which most of the time it would be Fernandinho to replace Rodri.
Yeah.
When these guys attack, when you guys attack, who do you think sits deeper than the other? McTominay or
It's Fred.
Fred? Fred sits deeper, right?
Yeah.
But then when you guys don't have the ball, they both drop in.
Yes.
In a similar way, obviously for all teams in transition in the game, when Man City lose the ball, they try and hound out the ball upwards. So there's someone who's tackling up.
Everyone.
Someone's tackling up, but Gundogan is usually one of the
deeper.
main guys winning the ball up higher up the pitch.
Yeah.
for the counter press, right? Whereas Fernandinho is likely to clean up anything after Gundogan.
Yeah.
So it doesn't necessarily mean that just one, CDMs have to play right
But
next to each other.
you see the creative ability that Gundogan has. Neither Maxos have it.
Yeah,
You
of course. I agree.
So
I agree.
if you were to allow, what's our Dutch bench warmer called? Oh my God,
Okay,
poor boy.
honestly,
Van de Beek.
If Van der Beek were to play and you had a proper CDM, right? That would Van der Beek can't fall deep.
No, I get it.
He can help sweeping up.
I don't
get
think
it. No.
with Varane, I don't think you need that very versatile
CDM.
holding. Yes, I think with Fred alone, you put Van de Beek, provided you have Maguire and Varane at the back. I think that's more comforting than anything else. The reason why you needed McFred is because you had.
So you think
Lindelof.
Van der Beek, this is the season to actually?
I
get
believe
games
I believe this is the season he's gonna get
at the expense
opportunities.
of either of the Maxoses.
Yes,
Maxos,
or
McFreds.
or also
McFreds.
Pogba. Listen, also Pogba will probably come back because you see now he's playing as an attacking player.
He's playing like a left midfielder.
Yeah, so
So
yeah.
he'll have to fall
So
back.
there's a very good chance.
I
Not
think-
necessarily
I
that.
think Van der Beek would.
No, would as in replace either Fred or McTominay in that position, as in
of
Pogba.
the two.
Yes, so it could either be the season where
So-
Pogba plays in the, because Pogba has never played really well in that midfield position.
Yeah, he's
Like
should be
Aneko
as
Kombele
number
with
eight,
these two
number
here,
10,
so that
number
if he
10.
comes back and does in the midfield, if he doesn't, he loses the ball, it's safe. So,
Yeah.
like last game he was played because it was three midfielders, right? McFred with Bruno, and then he was part of the attacking players. Pogba.
Yeah.
So maybe Pogba will come in deep because now you don't have Rashford, you don't have Martial is out, Cavani is out. Wakirudi Wote, I don't think Pogba will still be considered
Up
as one of
top.
the attacking three. You'd have more players options there.
He tends to play Pogba in a diamond formation, so that I think it'll still be available.
A diamond formation is usually like
4-1-2-1-2, or it's a 4-2-1-3. What is it?
yeah 4
4-2-1-3 or
Four.
something like that. And then he plays him literally on the left wing, or even on.
4-1-2-1.
But when that happens, they just play with two attacking players apart from Bruno and Pogba. Like Kamajana, it was McGreenwood and James.
Yeah.
Right? So when the other three come back, because United have a front three, I'm assuming. We'll have Cavani, Martial katikati. We'll have
Martial.
option.
Or Cavani Martial.
Option. And then Greenwood, Sancho maybe.
Greenwood,
and then
Sancho.
maybe Martial with either one of them as well.
No, Rashford, you mean?
Rashford. Yeah.
I mean Rashford with either one of the other ones. So those are the 5 attacking players that I'm looking at for the front three. Do you put Pogba there? No.
Those combinations, yeah, you don't. You put
You
him
would
in the
consider
middle.
Pogba in one of the midfield options.
Pogba is not a forward.
Yes. So that means if you have Varane at the back and his partnership with Maguire actually has something, you can afford to
Drop deep.
start Fred there, or you can Pogba on one of McFred
And
or
one of
or Van de Beek.
Yeah.
That looks more like an option.
If you only have one of them playing, yeah, like you're saying, Varane space will really help.
Yeah.
So if you have only say Fred, right? I'd put McTominay, but say Fred.
I'd say Fred as well.
So Fred,
Because he
Pogba,
benches
Van der
Fabinho.
Beek, right?
Because he benches
Those are the three.
Fabinho.
Yeah. Fred is
Yeah.
better than Fabinho.
Yeah.
Who?
Fred is better than Fabinho. Well, you took that bait. You actually
No,
did it.
wait, what do you mean bait? Who starts for Brazil?
Nobody said bait.
Shut the fuck up.
There's no bait,
There's no
bro.
bait.
There's no bait.
There's no
That's
bait,
facts. Fred ban.
Where is
Hey,
Anyway,
Where is
no
Eric
worries.
when you need
Pasta Fred.
It's how Saka still starts for England over
but
Sancho, so
Who,
I guess
who-
you're right.
Who gets benched though? So we have three.
Mm-hmm.
Pogba, Fred, and Van der Beek. Then Bruno. Then which two? Who are the other two who play? Has
do
to
you
be Cavani and one other.
It can't be 2, it should be 3.
So it's 4-3-3. So leave the 4. So the 3 are Fred.
So the
Pogba
three
and Van der Beek.
those three midfield options are between Bruno, Pogba,
Bruno's in number 9 huko juu.
as in the three midfielders.
No. Bruno has to be an attacking player.
Yeah.
So it's
He can still
4-3-3.
be attacking
Oh my,
in
listen.
midfield.
Bruno is one of the 3 up top, not one of the 3.
No,
in the mid.
Bruno is one of the 3 up top.
Can't be.
It cannot be.
Has to
He's
play
never
behind them.
No, behind front 3 is not front
So
3.
you're saying Bruno, Pogba, and either Fred or Van der Beek.
See, yeah.
Then Van der Beek doesn't play. Clearly, still won't play.
That's what I'm saying. It could be either McFred, one of them has to play.
Fred.
Matic.
Say Fred.
Sawa. Or
Matic.
Matic.
Where?
Yes.
Matic played Jana on Saturday, no?
Sub to shikilia game
As
usually
in 3.
5-1.
Out of those kuna ni 4-3-3.
So
said,
the
the
three-
three up top nimekuambia the options, those 5 players, the 5 attacking
Hapana,
players.
let's first talk about these 3 in the mid. Who are
Okay.
the 3 in the mid?
So the 3 in the mid, the options are
Bruno starts.
Bruno,
Pogba starts.
Pogba starts.
So
So
pick one.
no,
Fred.
Pogba did not play that position last game. Pogba
He
was
was-
among the front 3 Mbele.
When you mention these
Jana.
names, mention the name of the starting player.
Pogba
Wait,
anacheza nyuma ya nani?
skiza.
Kwani alikuwa anacheza mbele ya Bruno?
Oweru. When you mention these names, you mention the starting player and then the option player. See, that's what you guys did with Cavani, Martial, Sancho, Greenwood, Rashford, Stuinani. You get what I mean?
I even think
So,
we should
so in the
switch.
midfield position, because you have Varane, I think what Saddam is saying is
So,
wait. Because you have Varane in midfield as the deep lying holding midfielder,
Is who?
Fred, McTominay,
Matic.
As the 8, Pogba, Van de Beek, even Bruno, if he plays in midfield. It depends on the formation.
now-
but then as the number 10, Bruno, Pogba. You understand what he's saying?
What he did was preserve the front 3 as being forwards only, right? Which is the contention with which I am using.
Okay,
Either
fine.
a winger or a striker, right?
Okay.
So the 3, Bruno has to start, right? I'd assume right now at United, Bruno is a starting player. He's the number 1 name on the sheet.
yeah.
So
best
the
player in the
oth-
league. By far.
You can't even.
So the other 2 have to be these 3 holding, one of them, and one other. So it has to be either Pogba or Van de Beek.
Yeah.
So Van de Beek will still face the same dilemma he faced the past.
Yes, he's an option player. Simple as. That's what we're saying.
So he'll never get to play unless
No,
one of the.
you
one
guys
of the
have many
forwards-
games. How many times have I told you?
So
You have
unless
Carabao
one
Cup, FA Cup, Champions League, and then Europa League. You have a lot of games.
Hata last season ilikuwa tu hivyo na alipata game gapi?
Yeah, but now you have Varane. That's what he's saying. Let's move on to more depressing times, though.
Brentford.
Mliona game ya Arsenal?
Brentford ni game ni watu wanoma.
Their first season
Yo, baya.
in the Premier League,
In
right?
70
Ever.
what years? 72, 71?
Useme
Not
Premier
in
League
70, in their first season ever.
Ever in the Premier
first
League.
division. In the first division.
Oh my god.
They haven't been to the first division for 73 years. And their first goal came against Arsenal. What a joke. What a joke club.
But that's a very Arsenal thing, right?
I don't know.
If
I wouldn't know. Why would I know?
if I go to the Premier League right now from Kenya, there's no Kenyan who has ever scored a hat trick.
You ungefunga.
I'll score against Arsenal.
Yeah.
That's just uni facts.
I trust Saddam versus
Big
Pablo
facts.
Mari.
I trust Saddam too.
So do I.
Because the United fan now.
Banter club hiyo yenu.
Yenu. Bro, what are you on about?
Shati kila mtu anaweza nunua shati bro. Ni nini wewe?
Hala Madrid.
I see a lot of value that Xhaka brings.
What?
He brings value.
4-year extension.
He brings leadership.
How does he bring that?
Leadership.
He has another left-footed option.
Did you see at some point during
Throwing
were
nuts
you
in
guys
the air.
watching the game or were you on your phone bantering Arsenal as
To be
you watched
honest,
the
I
game?
was just on my folder, just
waiting.
looking for memes, preparing drafts.
So that's my point. There was actually a moment where he almost replicated what he
Yeah,
did
yeah.
versus Burnley.
Yeah.
Now listen, I'm not gonna blame him for the whole game. That's not what I'm saying, right? But when you have that's supposed to be the leader of your team at that point, and he was given the captain's armband, and he's giving the ball away, and he's apologizing. You know who's there to hold him accountable? Nobody.
No, you're saying
Not even the manager.
Are you saying because he's a captain he shouldn't apologize?
Lala, of course he can. But my point is, we had no leadership that day. When it came to, for example, the effectiveness of Emil Smith-Rowe, Balogun was getting lost in the centre halves. He was being bullied. He was being bullied by those Brentford centre backs. Martinelli never really got into the game. Apparently, we had the most shots.
Wasteful.
Listen, we had the most shots in the Premier League for the whole weekend. Kieran Tierney created the most chances for the whole weekend, like against everybody, every other midfielder, every other attacking player. He created the most chances.
You guys had
But
22
think
goal
about it.
attempts.
Think about it. How many of those do you really remember off the top of your head that were like good chances?
I just think one ESR.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's literally it.
That's
When he broke off,
yeah.
that's the only one.
That's literally it.
Remember last season when we were talking about Ozil, beginning of the season, Ozil he's left out of the squad. There's no like logical reason up until a few hours to the game, and that shows that the guy's not injured. Because if it's injury, usually you would know like a day before, because you know it's
Press conference angesema.
like the doctors are there. You can see that even the press would know. I feel like there is something in the dressing room again. Remember
Like
beginning of last
Casanova.
season? Yes, I think there is something. I don't think two players can just be ill, considering they had like 7 months pre-season. None of your players will be playing any Euro, right?
Yeah, except Saka.
Exactly.
And
So
Xhaka.
like guys, after
Switzerland captain.
after match week 38, Aubameyang lands a holiday the following day. How is he not fit today?
Yeah, and how he described it was unwell, which makes it even more suspicious.
Exactly, unwell.
Because what happened when we were about to play Tottenham?
And
See, he was
apparently-
late. He was late, and he said
Yeah.
for disciplinary issues, right?
Yeah.
So I think there is something there, but I don't want to speculate too much because Arteta is quite straightforward. If there was a disciplinary issue,
He's not straightforward.
he is.
No, he's not.
He's very
the Ozil
straightforward.
situation. He was beating behind the bush the whole time.
No, he was not.
No,
At some point, he said, "I
those
failed."
were
him."
those were orders from above.
After how long did he say I failed him?
I don't know, 2 months.
Exactly. So this is the first day.
Yeah, but we didn't have space for him. He was old. Anyway, about Aubameyang and Lacazette. Right?
He will say I failed him 2 months later. Then you will come back and say, oh,
We'll see.
Najwa.
Yeah, alikuwa straightforward. But he's straightforward. He's usually straightforward. When he was about disciplinary issues, it was true. He was late.
If it's a known, like something you can't even hide. But I feel like when you're being disrespected in the dressing room, or maybe someone said something that, you see, being late is straightforward, as you said.
Yeah.
Like you're late, there's rules, whatever. You could see that Alikuja late. He was taking a picture here for traffic, whatever. That one is, you can easily say that I punished him because he came late.
Yes.
But if kama amekutukana kwa dressing room, would you say that?
Always summer.
Exactly. So maybe the problem is more personal than amechelewa. He's failed the team by coming late. Because when you come late, you fail the team, right? But I feel like he failed, he's let Arteta down personally.
Yeah.
In either something that he said, or maybe whatever the
Dressing room
conversation-
talk or something.
Yes,
Him and
yes.
Lacazette.
Yes,
Not
it has
just
to be
Aubameyang.
both.
Has to be both. And usually they're wako pamoja.
Okopa Moja all the time.
Swag. So I don't know, but it's really disappointing because those are our first two striking options. Then we have Martinelli and Balogun. Balogun completely untested. Saka coming back from coming back from the Euros. So when I just feel like we really need that attacking midfielder even before we play Chelsea,
It's crazy.
because remember how different we looked whenever we had Emil Smith-Rowe playing with Martin Odegaard and Saka. We looked like we created chances.
Yeah.
We'll concede goals, but we created chances, right? Right now,
That
we
was-
have Saka and Emil Smith-Rowe. Saka, let's not talk about Saka too much. Emil Smith-Rowe creating chances, trying to play passes off some attacking players, but he has nobody else to link up to. You know how you always have some double
Yeah,
pivot?
yeah.
With you guys, it's Pogba, Bruno. With Chelsea, it's Havertz, Pulisic, many people, Mount as well, right? City, it's Gundogan, De Bruyne, and now Jack Grealish as well. There's a number of creative players to create different kinds of situations. With Arsenal, it's just Emil Smith-Rowe.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Saka?
Came in late.
plus Saka, I don't know.
Oh, for the game.
Saka came in late during the game.
Just
Plus,
for the
well,
game.
he didn't do much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to count on it too much. I don't want to focus on Saka too much. There's not much that he could have done. But
The Arsenal problem for me, it's deep. One,
How deep?
Like
how far?
Like board allowing Arteta to still be employed. That doesn't make any sense.
Do you guys think he's lost the dressing room?
I don't know.
I think he lost it last year.
I think when you start getting reports like this, where
Arteta's hard to follow in training.
things are coming out from the inner sanctum of a dressing room, you know? When you have such reports coming out, it's textbook. Mourinho suffered the same thing, you know? Once players start speaking out, start giving information outside, your days are numbered.
Yeah,
I don't
and
think Arteta will
especially losing a dressing room and your manager who was won a goal, apart from
FA
an
Cup.
FA Cup.
stay. Yeah.
And Community Shield.
No one rates that. No one. You cannot say that. You see, sometimes
You see, he has more
Listen,
success than
let's
Ole,
look
right?
Yeah, more success.
But still,
no, he still
He has no respect from the
no.
dressing room.
Yes.
That's what you're saying.
that's my point.
You can be a manager, for example, like Pep. If Pep gives you an instruction and you lose 2 games in a row, he has won so many things.
You still
You will
believe in
still
what he's
believe
doing.
whatever he's doing.
You'll still be behind him.
Yes, because you genuinely believe what he's trying to
Yeah.
teach you. Bro, Arteta, if you lose 3 games in a row, you'll start having the thought, Ujamana,
How many,
guess.
how,
So
many,
that's the
how many
thing.
players
I
has
still
Arteta
think-
brought in right now in the squad? How many?
So far, like this season or the whole
The starting
overall?
the starting
Since-
11
The starting 11.
Anzana
is
William.
Ben White.
Anzana William.
The starting 11 from
Ben
last
White.
season or now?
now.
Ben White, Lokonga, and Tavares is bench player. That's it. Just 2.
Cedric, William.
That's from last season.
That's
No,
from
I'm
last
saying
season.
throughout.
No,
You
Cedric.
see those the players
people
he's
he
brought
brought.
in.
Cedric was before. Cedric was before.
the
when
players
he
he's
just took
brought-
over, he had no choice there.
Yeah. Odegaard, he brought him in.
No,
and
even
now
Pablo
he's-
Mari. Even Pablo Mari
See-
came in at the same time
Yeah.
as Cedric.
See,
Didn't
when
really have much of a
when
choice.
the players you bring in are not the core of your team, right? You'll face a mutiny. You know?
Lazima at some point.
Yeah.
And even not just those players that you bring in, but those players that you were supposed to start working with and then it didn't necessarily work out.
That's
Like
what I'm saying.
Nketiah, Reece
Yes.
Nelson, these man.
Yes.
The
The young players who can actually listen to you.
The thing is that
When no one is listening to you, what do you have?
fair enough, and that's a valid point you guys are making. But I think it goes even deeper because at the beginning of the summer, just towards the end of the season, he said, "This is going to be a big summer. We have to be ruthless, right? We're gonna see some big changes, right?"
He said that.
Yeah, he said that in press conference, one of the last few press conferences. But then, where are these changes? You know, if someone tells you that Roma have offered 15 million for Xhaka plus add-ons. No, 12 plus add-ons to go to 15 million. We need to sell, right? And we need to bring in a new central midfielder. If you're being ruthless, then your board backs you up.
Sell.
Cut the loss. You know you're gonna, but at least you got something out of it.
Yeah.
And then add on top of it and buy players.
Buy a player.
But when he tells you, "Nah, you can't sell because then I won't be able to give you enough money to buy that new player with just 12 million," then you're not being ruthless, right? Crystal Palace apparently had offered 12 million pounds for Edin Nketiah. Edin Nketiah is a player that right now I'd take that 12 million pounds. But initially we were hoping we'd sell him for 20. Now he's injured. We can't sell him. We can't even be
sell him.
ruthless.
No.
So with that 12 million, if you were being ruthless, you take that 12 million, you understand that that's a failed player for the club, and you move
Cut your
on
losses.
and you cut your losses and
And you move
invest
on.
and you take that risk.
Yeah.
There's no losses in Ketia, by the way. That's all profits.
That's all profit.
That's all-
I guess,
that's
yeah,
exactly,
for the most
exactly,
part.
yeah.
But I mean, granted, Xhaka is one of them.
Those two-
Pablo Mari, possibly. I don't know. Cedric or Hector Bellerin. When these guys say, Inter Milan say, we'll take his loan, we'll take his wages off you for the season. That's still money that you can redirect
Yeah.
into funds.
To paying someone.
And then with an option to buy with some conditions that need to be met so that they activate the option to buy clause, right? That would be sour. If they're being ruthless, they accept it. But if they're not, then there's no acceptable offer, then you're not being ruthless. Being ruthless literally means cutting your losses.
Do you rate
And we haven't done that.
Martinelli?
I do, quite highly, yeah.
If you guys get Tammy and
No, he's gone.
Has he?
He's
already
gone to
signed,
Roma, yeah.
For Roma. He's
He's in Italy right now.
So you don't have a striker that you're speculating on?
No, just some kid called Vlahovic from Fiorentina.
No,
but
he's good.
Oh,
he's
man.
very good. He looks like he's 29.
But it's going to be very expensive.
He's 50
Minimum
million
50,
pounds.
60, yeah.
50 million
What?
pounds. Not 50 million euros, 50 million
Pounds.
pounds. He's 21 and he looks like he's 29, man.
He's
And he's
Lukaku-esque.
big. Check, he's big. He can run fast.
What's his name?
He's a
Vlahovic.
very good striker.
Dusan Vlahovic, right? Dusan, right?
Ah.
Anyway, I don't want to talk about speculations right now because whether we like it or not, United look ready for the season.
For a
right?
challenge.
And you guys had more players abroad for the Euros.
Yeah.
Chelsea, so do they. Man City, so do they for the most part. I know they don't have a striker, but they have Gabriel Jesus there. But still, Liverpool, they have their players back. They look ready. Everybody, Tottenham look readier.
Yeah.
And that's on minimal signings.
West Ham.
Who actually started? Who was new from yesterday's
mid-table
squad?
teams
in-
look ready.
Huh?
Mid-table teams look ready. West Ham.
Well, I mean, yeah. So we thought
Leicester.
Aston Villa was
Leicester
ready.
look ready.
I
We
mean,
thought Aston Villa was ready.
Aston Villa and Arsenal are not ready.
But yeah, the point I'm trying to make is everybody else looks ready, or
Yeah.
everybody else is prepared in some form.
Your
or
traditional
shape.
competition looks ready.
Yeah. No, even Aston Villa look readier than us, even though they
Yeah.
lost. Like that has
Yeah.
no bearing on how they've prepared for the season. We do not look ready at all.
Yeah.
Because even if we bring in this new player, if it's not Odegaard for attacking midfield position, he has to quickly assimilate into the squad and get ready for the new season. Unless if it's if it's Odegaard, then obviously it's a bit more straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
The point I'm trying to make is though,
Yeah.
right? Defensively, we were weak. We had no leadership defensively, and we're always one injury away from having to play some youngster in the first 11.
Where's
you know what I mean?
Where's Partey?
Partey injured.
When?
He's coming back. I
Arthritis,
think
bro.
Man City.
When did he get injured though?
Nah, it was a bad injury.
Playing for
Yeah, falling off the
Against Chelsea.
bed. Hell?
Nah, bro.
Against?
Do you know how big Ruben Loftus-Cheek is? You've seen him, Sindo.
Oh, yeah.
That guy fell on his ankle ligaments. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you'd lose your whole leg.
especially if you're like
fell on you.
45.
Especially if you're like 45.
Leave alone the fact that you're 45.
But yeah, like that's.
Well, he was
But the
45
point
last
is, the
season.
point is, we're
Must
an
be
injury
46 now.
away.
No, it's 45. This is 45.
45.
For the next 2 years.
So the point is, we're an injury away from Thomas Partey not being able to play, and suddenly our whole midfield looks a shambles.
African
Lokonga
Hacks.
is good. He's young though. We're one injury away from Saka, and then we have to play the likes of Reece Nelson. That's my point. You guys, you took off Mason Greenwood and who? Pogba, and you brought on Jadon Sancho and Martial, right? We took off Balogun and Martinelli. We brought on Reece Nelson. Reece Nelson last season played 69 minutes of Premier League football. 69.
Yeah,
That's
right.
not even one game.
So you already got half the the exposure he got last season.
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
He got about 20 minutes, a third of his exposure. We're not ready for the league.
Do you see yourself finishing top
But
half?
tunachapa Chelsea though.
But do you see yourself finishing top half?
Yeah, yeah.
Genuinely.
Genuinely.
Top half.
Top half, for sure. Top half is still top 4, right? Nah, I predicted a top 6 finish. We've done that as you guys would have seen from last week's episode. But yeah, I'm waiting to see how we finish the transfer window, because the transfer window is still open. There's still a chance to make some big moves there, so we'll see.
Ben White. Let's talk about Ben White.
Ben White was good, man. He had one moment where he was.
Spun.
He got one
the
moment where he
second-
got spun. That was a decent skill.
No, he
Maguire and Gelazo Vibaya.
wasn't. He
Maguire and
he
Gelazo
was
Vibaya.
both Murray and.
Yeah, Murray is not meant to be our starting centre back. He cannot be our starting centre back. He was. How much we pay for him? 6 million. Like, the investment tells you his position or his importance. Gabriel Magalhaes comes back. I think we have a working partnership there. That's a really good partnership. But there was a moment where, yes, this guy got spun, and that was actually a decent skill, and he probably should have scored.
He scored.
That guy should have scored, right? Because it would have been even more
It was
eyes
weaker
on the
side.
fact.
No, he's ultimately he's left-footed.
Yeah.
Trying to finish with the right.
Fair enough. The point though is, at some point I saw Ben White being put under pressure, right? Akatoa ball vizuri sana. It's just that the players that were on the pitch couldn't take advantage of it. They were one of those creative chances that were really poor.
Ben White has
chances.
improved the squad. Yeah.
But passing the ball out.
He
From
can,
what to
he
what?
can actually.
From what to what? From winning against Fulham last season, opening
to being beaten
losing
by
against
Brentford.
Brentford. Come
Well,
on.
they had Lacazette who
Improved what?
has scored apparently.
No,
first
but
goal
the
in
most
like-
worrying thing, yeah, Ben White was slightly impressive. His on the
No,
ball,
you
he was
missed,
quite
I think
good.
you missed Willian.
Don't talk shit, man.
Willian-
we missed Party for sure. Listen, don't
Willian
even
had
try. Don't even try.
last season.
Listen.
Willian had 2 assists. Oh,
Five.
3.
The first game.
First game 3.
First game.
5
Hat-trick.
assists. 5 assists.
First game.
5 assists.
No.
First game.
Oh,
First
Fulham.
game.
Against
Fulham.
Fulham. 3 assists.
Exactly.
One
So-
was one Ali Nimo. So yeah. The point I'm trying to make is though,
I think
what I didn't
about-
like about Friday, was the fact that it all looked the same. We pass it from the right to our central midfielders. There's nobody really in the middle to link up with. You pass it to our left, our number 10, Kieran Tierney, and then he crosses.
Coaching problem.
Could be a coaching problem. Could be a personnel. Right now, it's very hard to say.
It could be it hit
Gabriel
100%
comes
coaching
back.
problem.
You guys are solid at the back, right?
I think so. Yeah.
If Partey were to get healthy this year, you're solid up till the half line, right?
Depends on his arthritis
Depends.
medication. Yeah.
Depends on his doctor.
Yeah, we'll see. You know, he has to keep going to physio. No, Partey comes back. It's Partey Xhaka. That's a decent midfield partnership.
Yes.
But it can't be Emil Smith Rowe alone in the attacking midfield.
The problem
position.
is up top.
It's
Because
up top.
you have decent, more than decent skill in Saka
And more
Yeah.
than decent skill in Emil Smith Rowe.
Saka is
And
just good on the eye.
and Martinelli, right?
Saka is just good on the. He looks
No,
like he's
Saka
doing
is good.
something.
He's good. He's good.
No, he
benches Sancho.
looks like he's doing
No,
He
no,
something.
benches
not-
Sancho.
No, he doesn't.
No,
No,
he does. I'm
that's-
just going by your friend. I'm
with
just
a
going by
normal
your. I'm just
with-
going by. Wait,
with a normal
let's not
manager,
do this.
a
Let's not
manager
do
who
this.
has a brain.
We're on YouTube.
Not
Let's not do
Gareth
this.
Southgate.
Let's not do this. I'm just going by your Fred Fabinho comparison.
No, just a different.
Why? Why is it
England has Southgate.
Yeah,
Work
so
manager.
what?
Doesn't do anything.
A terrible
And
manager.
Tite
man.
is an amazing
Where
manager.
is a better manager?
And Tite is a better manager.
I am.
Ooh.
Tite.
Who?
He only
Tite.
lost because of Messi.
He doesn't even know Tite.
Tite is Brazilian. Fuck. Shut up. I'm talking about.
You're making.
Are we even gonna talk about the Euros, man? Jesus. Yani, I wasn't even supporting England, but you can see the blunders. Anyway,
Starboy ni Saka. Hakuna Messi
Saka is
Greenwood
good.
ama
Saka is
Sancho.
good.
If he scored the penalty,
he shouldn't have. You are a
We're actually
racist.
talking about it.
No.
Skiza.
Listen,
Oh boy,
listen.
he's only looking forward to getting uploaded in other stadiums. Hakuna kitu ingine.
He's not looking for. No.
He's
come
just
on.
looking forward to
The boy is good.
Klapiwe. That's it for him.
Rate him from his.
That's
Leave
fuck
the
all.
Euros alone. Actually,
Last season he was
good.
It was
Listen,
amazing.
you can only stand out if you're playing with a bunch of average players.
So be it.
So
He
Bruno
was playing.
stands out with
He actually
United.
got chances to play for England, and he
They
stood
finished
out.
second. Huh?
So what?
He got chances to play for England, and he was right up there with.
No, he
the
did
rest.
not. No, bullshit.
He didn't get chances, Ama.
Saka, what he did for you? Alpha for England.
What do you mean?
He was getting subbed and then England scores. I can
subbed.
give you the stats.
He was brought on and then
No.
he makes a
Ne-
difference.
no,
Chiellini has
no.
to pull him by the neck by the neck. In a
What
chokehold.
was his neck doing there?
What was his, why did he have a jersey on?
Anyway, no, the point
For
I'm
it to
trying to
be
make
pulled.
is going back to Arsenal, right? We need more coming from the middle. You see this area here, where's Partey Xhaka or Lokonga Xhaka? This area here, there's not enough.
You need someone.
You
at
guys
the,
have
at the touch
something
line.
happened there.
Touchline, bro.
Pale,
Touchline.
the 3-3, the 3-3 we were talking
4-2-3-1.
for United, right?
Yeah,
That's
you guys have so many options. We don't have options.
The whole I see is at the touchline. There's no one there. You need to fill someone there,
That too.
which is really the
Time
most
will tell.
important.
Time will tell. Time will
If
tell.
you're-
Because
if
Brentford, they don't have a better score than Arsenal.
No, they
Ado
don't.
useme Nketiah, useme nani.
Man for
Brentford
They had a
have
better striker.
Man for man.
Shut up.
On
Ivan
on
Toney is
day.
a better striker
Shut
than
up. What did he do? He
Balogun.
didn't score, did he?
He didn't score. He didn't
Yeah,
make
but he
it.
helps. He completely dominated Ben White.
Oh my god. He's not the one who did that.
He's the one.
No, he's not the one.
It was
He wasn't,
it was the
He
other.
wasn't the one.
No, not for
was
the
the guy with
not
the
for the
difficult name?
second
What's his
goal.
name?
The second goal, by the way, that should have been a foul. Simple as.
Oh wow.
Leno was fouled. You cannot deny me
Okay.
that.
Ben White
Can
should
we
have
agree?
attacked that ball.
Yeah, I agree.
Bounced over him.
I agree.
He should have attacked it.
Players should have attacked that ball, but
Yeah.
the point is, no matter what was happening around the centre back situation there was a Brentford player on Bird Leno who impeded him from coming to collect the ball. Can we agree or not?
No, we cannot.
You can stand your ground. I mean, you can just.
Oh,
do
now
this.
it's a matter of standing. But when De Gea is being pushed around, Mbona was fouled. Giannini.
When?
Last season, a number of times De Gea was being hounded out. by the-
It was his fault.
You see, when you have
Yes.
your
Yeah,
when you
it
have
was
your
yours.
arms when you have your arms around a keeper, it's different from if you.
No. He was
know,
literally latched
It's
onto
also
him.
being
He was
intelligent.
pushing.
You can
It's not
stand with
being
your back. You
intelligent.
can stand. You
It's
can impede a
bending the
keeper.
rules.
You can impede a keeper with your from the back when you're standing
I
with
still
his back
think that
towards
goal.
you.
No way
right?
that goal should have.
With your
counted.
back towards the keeper.
Did you
Sorry.
really get a good look at it? Yes or no? That
No.
goal? No. Yeah. You
No. I looked at the goal.
Like it.
I had a look at the goal.
You sound like you didn't get
What
a good look at it.
what I remember about the goal is that the ball literally bounced on top.
So you were
of
looking
Ben
at the
White.
ball. Do you remember
On
what
top
happened
of
with
Ben
Brent
White.
Leno and the defender?
I think
You haven't seen enough.
How many officials look at a game?
We don't watch the game after. We aliangalia after game
Tunaangalia hapo
the
inaisha.
analysis. We don't give a fuck about what the other guy says. Oh,
Mulifungwa,
we
eh.
It makes a
bullshit.
difference.
End of
It makes a
story.
difference.
We move on.
It makes a difference.
Plus, listen,
No
Brentford don't
difference.
have a better squad than you, and you were beaten 2-0.
Shit happens.
Useme Lokonga, useme nini, the manager does not hajui kufanya kazi yake. It's simple as that. Because those players
Season ni
should
38.
beat
Game ya
Brentford.
kwanza ni sawa.
Ni game ya kwanza by the way. Anyway, you're keeping up with the champions, so.
No,
ni
what
sawa.
did you guys do last season? Your first game?
Mavia kale nilikuambia inuki. Please.
I'm just saying. You guys started off your last season.
You're comparing, what?
Yeah, you guys started off your last season very badly last season, isn't it?
Wasn't a championship
No.
team, was it?
Who did
Last
you guys
season?
lose to? The first game?
Did we lose?
I think you did.
No.
What do you don't remember your first game last season?
Lakini Mavia kale hainuki.
No,
Why do we
you
need
might
to
have
look?
won like 5-0.
Tulimaliza runners up, first runners up.
That's my point. You guys started off badly.
I know that's your point, but
Yeah. Doesn't matter.
I disagree.
Season ni 38.
na
kama
nyinyi
game ni
mlianza na
90.
win anyway.
Yeah, si tulianza na win, ukumbuki?
It's only the first game.
Actually, I don't remember I don't remember if we won our first game.
You did. Si Willian na assist zake.
Fulham. You're going to the first season. You're going to scroll all the
The
way up
archives.
right now.
Bro.
Who did you guys lose to?
Crystal Palace at home 3-1.
That's what I said.
Yeah, man.
That's what I'm just saying. But you're right. It wasn't a championship
It
team.
was a championship and it was Zaha.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on to
Zaha.
another big game as well. Crystal Palace, Chelsea. That was... Yo, listen. That Chalobah kid, right? I didn't watch the Super Cup. But my brother texted me. He was like, I think this kid at centre back, Chalobah. I actually thought it was the first Chalobah, the one who used to play in midfield. Kumbe, it's his bro. So he was like, this kid, on the ball, he's going to transform the way Chelsea play. Just go watch him. And we couldn't watch because obviously we didn't have it. You'd have illegal streams, right?
We what?
But yeah, when Chelsea played Villarreal and Chalobah played,
Who are we? We play
No,
what?
it was there on Supersport.
it was there. Where?
What do you mean?
Wallah, I didn't see.
That game at Baka penalties.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in Supersport.
I looked for it. Wallah, I couldn't find it. I don't know what was happening.
I saw it.
I
watched
saw
it.
it. Anyway, so
I don't use
I did.
Supersport.
I watched him now more keenly in the Crystal Palace game. That kid's impressive.
Yeah, he's good.
He is good on the ball. And
Got-
then the
got
goal
his
to sum it
goal.
up. The goal to sum it up. I mean, he looked like he was. He looked like he should have been playing in midfield that whole time. I swear to God.
As in, there was it's a golden generation at Chelsea. Kina Mount, Kina Tammy Abraham, Kina Tomori, this kid, Rhys James.
This kid is something.
Yeah.
Like
This kid is something,
there's a genuine crop of players that are coming from Chelsea. Like Atakama, they won't be the best players at Chelsea. They will transform other teams.
Yeah.
Minimum.
Tammy, I think, is a solid striker.
Yeah, I think
This kid is. I watched a Super Cup game and wow, he's
was
impressive.
fantastic,
As in, you see the kind of grit that Rudiger has. This boy has finesse.
But with more intelligence.
Yes, yes.
I see.
and then also the guys around him now.
Yeah.
Thiago Silva.
Thiago.
the guys he can learn, he
has
can
the-
soak
yeah.
in from.
Did you guys know that Marcus Alonso has more goals than Paul Pogba in the Premier League and assists?
All time.
Yeah.
For real?
I'm not
all
surprised. Yeah.
appearances.
See, he won. They won. He was playing as a wing back.
Before
With
Lampard,
Conte.
before
He's
Lampard.
gone through 3 different managers,
Yeah.
and
I understand
he has
why
more
he has.
goals.
It makes sense.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
an
that's what there
impressive
was
stat.
the uproar
It
from
makes sense.
England when Jordi Alba was benching him for Spain.
Jordi Alba is better.
Jordi
Plus,
Alba does not
plus
score
he's
goals.
proven that he can only
Jordi
play in
Alba
back
cannot
three-
score
in a back
goals.
3. He can only play in a
No,
3-4
but
something.
his assist. He has good crosses in Barcelona system.
No, but he scores goals. I don't know what you're saying. I've seen
Jordi
this guy.
Alba.
I've seen Jordi Alba being put through on goal
I doubt.
1v1, and he's more convincing than Rashford.
Did you watch yesterday's match?
Well,
Did-
you've seen that goal.
Answer
Remember
my
that goal he
question,
was
did
being
you watch
put through on
yesterday's
goal?
match?
That's
No,
one.
yesterday's game I didn't see.
Yeah, he had the 1-on-1.
He's
Put it
aging
wide.
now. He's aging now. But the point I'm trying to make is Chelsea look fucking strong.
Yeah.
And that was...
They do.
Yeah, they look like title contenders.
This it's a
And that
three.
was- and that was
three horse
without-
race for me.
That was without
Three?
Horse race.
Mr.
Three.
Mr.
Who and who?
2 Uniteds and Chelsea.
What?
2 Uniteds and Chelseas.
Yeah.
What did you say?
It's a 3 horse race.
I like this guy.
What?
Who's the other United?
We're winning. It's either us or those two. Like the genuine.
Who's the other 2?
Man City.
Oh, the 2 Manchester teams.
Two Manchesters. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. And Chelsea.
Or Chelsea.
Not Liverpool.
I don't think so.
Well, Liverpool were really good.
I don't think that. No. Still, you can't. See, Liverpool won during COVID because there was luck. How can any injuries? I think United.
I don't like Liverpool,
I think
but
I think if Man City get an injury, they can still win as last season. And I think United with their squad right now, they can win. Like Jana, we won 5. We didn't have 3 from 3. We didn't have Varane. I don't see Liverpool winning
we
without
didn't
Van
have-
Dijk. I don't see Liverpool winning without Salah. You understand?
Yeah.
But they're
Like,
back.
But they're back now.
That's the thing.
Oh, you're
if
saying
anything happens,
if
I'm
anything
saying
were
no?
to happen,
And listen,
don't have enough
we have
depth.
38 games. So I don't see a replacement for Salah, who I think is the most important player. Still, Bakasai.
still.
If remember Salah, they were top of the league up until Salah stopped scoring,
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
And then he started again, and then they pushed him.
and then he
for
started
number
scoring again.
4.
Wakarudi.
Yeah, they
So
won
it's-
10 games in a row.
It's never really Van Dijk. It's just Salah.
It's
Okay,
Salah,
Amwani.
we don't.
Yes.
So
this
is Liverpool
Van
a
Dijk,
one-man
this is
team?
This is about Eric.
Liverpool.
Liverpool is a one-man team.
It's,
It's not even Mane, it's Salah.
Salah merchants.
It is
They're
Salah.
Salah merchants.
I think Salah is more important to his team than any other player to is
100%. I
This
agree.
goes back to what I used to say last season. Guys were trying to discuss whether Mane was the main player, and I remember they justified it with
He tried.
how Mane leads the press, and that's how they win games because they win the ball and then they score. Salah is the main player.
No.
It's like what you guys just told me with regard to goals. Goals are more
Salah
important.
Salah is the main.
But
Yeah.
credit that one season,
Yeah,
Salah was top 3 in the world.
When they shared the
Yeah.
When
So-
he scored
so
31
that one
goals
season,
or
yes.
32 goals in the league.
That one season, yes. If someone says Mane is the best player in this team, there's
that
no
was
doubt
that
about
one
it.
season.
Yes.
Now I actually
Oh,
think
okay.
he was at par with Salah. I don't think he
Yeah,
was
I don't
better
think
than
I think he
Salah.
was better, and that's why he was top 3.
I think guys
The
just
one.
got mad
Yeah.
because I
Oh,
think
yeah.
guys just got mad because Salah once didn't give him a pass and Mane got pissed.
Yeah.
I think that's why guys
And
got
the,
started saying-
the sentimental, like, oh, this guy is selfish.
yeah.
But then again, that is the
That,
reason.
that was when Mane was banging in goals left, right, center.
But most
But
world
still,
class strikers.
Salah was the top scorer.
Yeah.
No, it was
They
actually
shared.
him and Aubameyang.
they
and
shared
there were
Salah
the
three
and
three of
Mane,
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, most world class strikers are very selfish.
You have
You have to be.
Yeah.
You have to be. I'd never mind someone being selfish.
Bro, I
because,
think-
especially if I'm convinced that this guy can score. Because Mane, yeah, he bangs goals, and that season was red hot form. But when it comes to who's the true finisher between
is more
those two,
clinical?
who is more clinical? It's Salah.
Yeah, it has to be Salah.
By far.
Yeah.
By far. And
So,
I wouldn't
comfortable
understand
win?
being selfish.
Comfortable win, and Jota got in and amongst the goals. But I really think that defensive solidity, having Joe Gomez and Van Dijk
Van
back,
Dijk back.
like, you know that saying of 2 steps back to move 1 forward, right? I always feel like that's the case with Liverpool because first of all, they like building from the back, but when you have a solid foundation, you can focus and put more energy into going forward than having to worry about whether Fabinho and Henderson can hold their line.
Same problem we've had at United.
You guys had centre backs.
Yeah. No, that Lindelof was not a player, is it?
Come
Huh?
on, bro.
I mean, you have Lindelof.
Lindelof and Bailly.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. It's the same issue we had.
I mean,
right?
in hindsight, but last year you guys would have been crying for Bailly to start.
We were. Still,
You guys saw
would,
one.
Would we have
Remember
been
that
asked,
block?
would we have been crying
Remember
for
that block? Which one?
would-
That's many, bro.
Would we have been crying for Bailly to start if we had Varane on the bench?
No,
Varane wouldn't be on
no
the
one,
bench.
no one gives a
Exactly.
fuck about Bay.
Yeah,
No
nobody
one-
gives a shit.
Yeah. You can-
No, but that's my point is that you guys didn't have the same issues. Nobody had the same issues. Nobody gets to say they had the same issues as Liverpool. Those guys had central midfielders in the back line. You guys didn't have Fred and McSauce in the back line.
No, that was Klopp's decision.
they should have been playing.
That was
Phillips
Klopp's
earlier.
decision.
He
You
should,
had-
he
you-
should have
you-
played Phillips earlier.
Yes, you had.
Phillips was a phenomenal
Yes.
Phenomenal. Okay.
signing, so to speak. He was like a signing.
I wouldn't say phenomenal.
No, he-
Sawa.
Boy got goals.
Usually, sometimes when you try and come up with a solution, and then you end up creating another problem.
Yeah.
Overthinking it.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
overthinking.
you
Pep.
taking Fabinho to centre back,
Yeah.
you umesharibu the whole dynamics. Now you
Yeah.
don't have a midfielder again.
Yes. And that time they had centre backs sitting on
Yeah,
the bench.
but he didn't. He said,
He had
he
no
didn't
faith
care.
in
He didn't
Phillips.
care about them.
So you just think they don't have enough squad depth? You
No,
agree
they-
with
no,
that?
they-
they
it's
don't.
facts.
They don't have.
It's facts.
They don't.
Because they have Kunate if Van Dijk is injured,
Still.
or Gomez, or now they have Kunate, Matip, Joe, and Van Dijk. I think that's pretty much
Why do we say?
enough.
Why do
that's
we?
enough depth for me.
What?
Yeah, that's enough. 4 centre backs.
Why do we say that City have depth? It's not because they have a squad of 25 players. It's because when you take away a player with a rating of say 9.5, you're bringing on a player with a rating of 9. When you take off Van Dijk, who are you bringing and what's their rating technically?
Gomez with whoever, that's a
Come
weak
on,
centre back pair. Doesn't matter.
Gomez who?
With anyone apart from Van Dijk.
Gomez was
Average.
one of the best centre backs over the last 2
With who?
years with Van Dijk.
Exactly. So I
Yes.
think if you remove Van Dijk,
Why?
it crumbles.
They've won games with Joe and Matip at the heart of defense. They have.
Suspect. There was
Remember when they should have lost
Yeah,
to
the
Leicester?
kind of goal, the
Remember
kind
when
of
they should
games
have
where you
lost-
score 5.
Nah.
We
Remember,
score 6.
Leicester-
don't
Le-
chat. Listen, last season, remember how everyone thought they were gonna lose to Leicester,
but it was
and they won 3-0.
it was Leicester's time to bottle because
Nah.
that's
It was the tail end, right?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It was right in November. What are you guys on about?
In November.
It was right in the middle of November.
So that's a mistake. Leicester.
That's a one-off.
Now it's a blitz.
They
It's a
didn't-
one-off. Fine.
They didn't
Sawa,
bottle.
you got-
Was Vardy alive? Was he healthy?
Fuck off, man. Checky. He was, by the way. Let's just say that you guys don't agree and you don't think they have enough centre backs and you don't have enough good reasons.
Yeah, for me, Liverpool wakimaliza top 4.
You
That's
agree that you
that's a
don't
very-
have
that's a
enough good
win.
reasons.
I don't think you can rate.
No, they don't have depth.
I don't think you can rate Van Dijk if Van Dijk pairs anyone on the field right now in their squad. That player looks good, right? Take out Van Dijk. You're telling me you're what you're trying to tell us is that you rate Joe Gomez as highly as you do Van Dijk.
No, not as
That
highly.
Joe Gomez can
That's not
partner
what I'm
anyone,
saying. You're
and
putting,
that other guy will look
you're
good.
putting words into my mouth.
If Van
I'm
Dijk,
saying
if Van Dijk were to
Matip-
partner Nat Phillips,
Nah, I'm saying
Phillips would look good.
Skiza, I'm saying Matip and Joe Gomez is a capable centre-back partnership. And Konate should be as well. Joe Gomez, Konate, Joe
Okay,
Gomez,
okay.
or Matip Konate.
Better, let's-
They should be
We
capable.
saw Liverpool without Van Dijk.
Certainly more capable than Henderson, Fabinho, Henderson.
We saw Liverpool.
Kabak.
We saw Liverpool without Van Dijk, right? We
You
did.
saw Liverpool without any centre-backs. That's a different case.
Kabak.
Kabak is not a centre-back, man. They brought him
Phillips.
on loan, bro. He's a youngster.
Wait, what do you
He
mean?
did
Not
very
centre
well.
back. Centre back.
Fuck off, man.
Wait, if Cavani loans you centre back, now.
I don't rate him.
So whether you rate him or not,
Yeah, I
when
don't
they
rate
bought
him.
him,
Is he a striker
loaned
now?
him.
How many games did he play? They played most of the season without centre-backs. They brought him in January, and he didn't even start that many games.
Because he was new.
Because he flopped.
Anyway, let's just agree to disagree. I think they have enough
Squad depth.
squad depth there, and I think they should be able to mount another challenge. Yeah, you guys are
No,
writing
wait,
them
yes.
off.
If everyone
Comparing to
stays
Arsenal,
healthy,
yes, they have a better squad depth. They have a good squad depth. But comparing to Chelsea, no, they don't. Comparing to Man City, no, they don't. If you
United don't have as much squad depth as
we-
Chelsea.
Aye,
No, you
boss,
don't.
Bana. What do
No, you
mean?
don't.
What do
we're
you
not
mean?
saying we do.
No, you don't.
We have Luke Shaw and
You're
Telles.
saying you do.
No.
We have better
we have
squad
more
than-
squad
Luke
depth
Shaw and Telles is
left-
better than
Liverpool.
Marcos Alonso and Ben Chilwell.
No, forget about
No,
Chelsea. Liverpool.
What?
I'm talking about Liverpool,
What
my
is it?
guy.
Yeah, I asked you a question. Is
Liverpool.
Luke Shaw? No, you said United have better squad depth. You don't.
Than Liverpool, yes.
Than Liverpool, Salah. But no, even than Liverpool.
No, what?
Yes, because Varane gets injured. You have to play Lindelof.
He finished
Maguire
second. He finished second last season.
Listen, Maguire gets injured. You have to play one of Bailly or Lindelof.
They finished second last season.
They finished second last season.
because of how Liverpool's centre
So
back situation
the
was.
Liverpool you're
and
comparing
because
me with-
Chelsea,
Oh my
and
God.
because Chelsea lost their manager.
Either way, they finished above Liverpool.
They had a
I really
bad
don't think
manager.
so.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, they had a bad manager last season.
And you're saying that the reason why they finished third is because they lost their manager? Was he a good manager? Such that they lost.
They lost a lot of ground because Frank Lampard was mucking about.
The same way Arteta is
So
mucking
you're
about.
You're saying what
Had
you
no
meant to say
reason bringing
is
them in, but
no.
Salah, nice
What
try.
you meant to say is that the fact that they had a bad manager is what led them to being third.
Yes,
Yeah, say that. Not that they lost their manager.
they lost their manager,
They
and
got a
that's
better
why.
manager.
That's why they finished
got a better
behind you
manager.
guys. That's why they finished behind you guys. There's no way you guys finish above them now.
Really?
Yeah,
Speaking of greatest
Nah.
managers ever, Pep.
Oh my God.
yeah. How is a Europa Conference League team beating a Champions League finalist?
The same way a championship beat a Premier League team.
Checkbook manager.
Ah, I see. Same thing, huh? Same way.
Yeah,
really.
Same.
No, it's not the same. This guy keeps losing to Tottenham away. He can't get it.
Yeah.
Pep Guardiola.
So
Why?
it is what it is.
It's because they missed Harry Kane.
Yeah.
No, actually, if anything, that's a very good thing for Man City because now you're checking Andikwa.
Daniel Levy ataitisha pesa.
You
Yo,
think that
check.
W
Where?
was for Daniel Levy?
That there was a
It was
skiza
a
boss.
tactical move.
Skiza. Pep was like
100.
skiza. I'll give you 3 points and I'll give you money. So it's like I'll give you money in 3 points. Opening fans or Joe, and make sure you don't play Harry Kane, so the fans actually believe they
They
don't
can
need
see
him.
that
that
you
they're
don't
good
need
without
them.
him.
Bro, yeah, Pep is a genius.
Pep or
Oh my
Sheikh
God.
Mansour?
No, Pep.
Aye.
I think it's Sheikh Mansour.
Either way,
Aye,
Man
so.
City are genius. Because, bro, think about it. Don't let make a bench. Because sometimes someone might say, oh, he was in the bench. He's a captain. He was talking to them. Harry Kane had no influence in that win.
He was at home.
No influence in that win.
Was he even
Personal-
tweeting?
Plus, they had already played their home game. So in England, they said, we're not playing Man City again here.
Sasa ni kwao.
That's a relief.
Next year.
And we don't care.
Yes.
That's a 3 points from Man City.
Yes.
Bro, that's... if you guys were smart enough... If you guys were smart
Should have
enough...
signed Nuno.
If you guys were smart enough, you would have last season let Sheffield win a game and Mumpato Ramsdale. But now look,
You have to
you can't even afford Ramsdale, who's in championship.
30 million.
Check it. Sheffield United are owned by Arabs from the royal family. They don't need our money. So
They
certainly don't
needed
need
your 3
anybody
points.
else's now.
They need.
Excuse me,
They don't need anybody's money.
you guys are playing checkers. People are playing
Wao
chess,
wanacheza chess. I love
Checkers
it.
is fun.
but it's not chess, is it?